And on that viewership, we are back.
No, the sprite's getting real invasive with their knitting needles, whereas I am planning something.
I just tried to warn the doctor that if he just sat straight down, he would perforate himself with the knitting needle, and that was apparently construed as me being threatening.
I will explain in the coming minutes what that loud clanging sound you just heard was, viewer.
In the meantime, let's get back to saving Gotham City. I, of course, in the bar, and I'm here with the doctor and the sprite. Yada, yada, yada. Let's play some Batman.
No, we're saving the asylum.
What did I say?
The city.
Batman could crack. Like, he's a hair's breadth away from losing his sanity.
Yes, but at the moment he's saving the asylum.
I think this is the answer to a riddle, is this bear.
Riddle me this, bear.
So spoilers, guys. Bane might appear later on. Oh, there's Harley there.
Well, she's got a skeleton now, so she's not in slug mode anymore.
Yep, she's no longer an invertebrate, and she does seem to have taken Gordon prisoner. He doesn't seem to be enjoying this much at all.
But he is alive.
He is alive?
alive!
How fucking dare you?
That was really good, actually.
That was a reference to Flash Gordon's, right?
I really, really like that.
Have you ever seen Flash Gordon's, right?
I've
Yes.
never seen Flash Gordon.
You realise one of my friends was called Gordon?
True, yeah. The most baffling thing about Flash Gordon is nothing to do with Brian Blessed. It's to do with the fact it heavily features Timothy Dalton.
Really?
Yes.
Who is he playing?
Flash.
Like, he's some, like... I don't... Right. I must say, I've only watched Flash Gordon pretty drunk.
Oh, okay.
It's up there with Kroll for a film I can say I've technically seen, but...
Was this a Highlander viewing?
Yeah, it was on a Highlander day. Much like Kroll. I've seen Kroll 4 times and I couldn't tell you shit about it, other than Liam Neeson's in it.
What is Kroll?
It's that era of, like, you know, Labyrinth...
Excuse me.
Highlander. It's like a kind of, like, action-adventure 80s film.
Oh, yes.
And excuse me, Labyrinth is great.
Anyway, there's all these shit films from the 80s.
I know that you're not into puppets, Doctor. Like, I'm
not into puppets in any sense of the word into.
Only in the bedroom. Anyway.
They call me the human sock puppet.
Oh, God.
The observant viewer will notice a 2 or 3 second pause where I thought of that. I was like, am I going to say that? Fuck it. And then I said it and it instantly regret. Well, I didn't really.
You know, honestly, at various points during this recording session, I would have wanted Batman to break all my bones just to make it stop. We keep talking about Batman's sanity fraying. No one has paused to ask me how I'm doing.
That's because we assume you're an autonomous being who can, like, reference yourself and take yourself out of the situation if you need to.
See, we're in a difficult situation here for this, like, little stealth challenge because I don't seem to have any gargoyles that I can zip to.
No, but you have vents that you can crawl around in like a psycho and just pop out like daisies.
Yeah. Like daisies!
They just popped out of the snow.
Like daisies!
What?
Milan.
Oh, yeah.
Get at our level.
Right, Sprite, I'll give you a photo to add in at this point. This is my drinking vessel for the evening. I have filled Das Boot with beer. For those wondering, that is 3 cans of beer in there. It's not even full.
Isn't it 4?
No, because one of those is already in me. There's 4 used cans here, which are going to be part of my wizard's staff.
Okay,
but
then.
one of them is already used.
I would definitely say that, like, for the purposes of tonight's session, we should refer to it as Das Bat.
Das Bat. The Bat Boot! Oh my god, it's heavy.
A wizard's staff has a knob on the end.
Here we go. Yeah! Sleepy time.
Oh.
Batman snuggles up for special hugs.
Jesus Christ.
How'd you make that sound so creepy?
Sorry.
Also, I love that. Are you still tracking Gordon's tobacco, or have you just not replaced it with a new scent yet?
Here's a thing, viewership, because there's something or someone in there. Wonder what that could be about. Guess we'll find out. Now, go up here.
Wee Riddler boy.
Little free Riddler trophy, and then. Oh, take down! Take that, Harley!
Boot her right in the face.
You took longer than I thought.
He's out of control. He's trying to prove something. I'm not sure I can stop him this time.
He's always trying to
You'll
prove
do
something
it.
in an out of control manner.
Batman,
That's
listen.
literally his thing.
That's his MO.
He's got something else down there. I don't know what it is.
My penis.
What a blabbermouth! Spoiling the surprise.
Be quiet.
Oh, am I getting to you? Am I? Good. You're going to love this next bit.
This next bit is pretty good, to be fair.
Yep.
Everything just looks that like damp.
You are in an underground
It wants Dr.
basement.
Young's
You'd
lawyer.
expect it to be
Never
moist.
mind that. Get behind me now. Bane. I thought he broke out of Blackgate.
Cut me down.
Who did this to you?
Dr. Young, the Bruja. She drained the venom from my blood. Must stop her.
Sorry, Bane. The good doctor won't be a problem much longer. How do you like my puppet? What say we cut him down?
Ruh-roh indeed.
I'm not huge on this particular depiction of Bane, but he's terrifying.
I really like Bane in the Harley Quinn animated series. It's very funny.
Yeah. Bane is the unexpected comic relief of that series. Between
Really?
Bane and Clayface are the comic relief.
Yeah. Ooh, Clayface I'm finding problematic.
Oh, I like Clayface in that.
I love Clayface as the character. I don't hugely like him in...
I think Clayface appears briefly in this game. Well, like, he's not a major antagonist.
Which is annoying because he's so good.
Sprite's a real Clayface stan. He's up there with Faramir for characters that the Sprite bizarrely supports.
Right. Let's talk about Bane, shall we?
Bane exists.
Nope, we got
That's
me.
enough Bane.
Bane was technically in Batman and Robin, wasn't he?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
although that's
Yeah,
not
but they
really...
made him some kind of
He's
like...
like a Pokemon. He just
like
goes around saying, Bane!
He's like a
Yeah.
plant guy. I think.
Yeah.
he gets like... Not colonized, but like... He
I'm getting my ass handed
is
to me
some
here.
like poor nasty criminal, and then Poison Ivy just like injects him and turns him into a super soldier to do her
Yeah.
bidding. And it's
Yeah, it was
like,
weird.
come on, that's taking everything out of Bane
It's
there.
nothing like his like comic book origin, where he's like,
Yeah.
I think he's like a mercenary and a super.
Is the Tom Hardy one anything like that?
Not really. I think he is like born in a prison. I think serving out like his father's crimes, but he's no connection to the League of Shadows in the comic books.
Yeah. Many years after watching Batman stuff, League of Shadows still sounds as dumb as it did the first time I heard it, unfortunately.
Is
It's
it
a
better
very-
than the Council of Owls or whatever it's called?
Oh, the core of owls! I love the core of owls.
What the fuck are you talking
Oh, we'll
about?
talk about the core of owls in a minute because they deserve a big conversation all to themselves.
Just so we're clear,
They're an awesome Batman villain.
we've also had that in the Harley Quinn TV show, so you weren't paying attention.
Oh, the whole owl orgy thing. Yeah.
Get him, Batman.
Are you just unplugging him bit by bit, basically?
Yeah. In the comics, like I think he's born in a horrible prison to serve his father's crimes, but like he learns martial arts and strategy in prison, and I think he comes to Gotham to prove himself against Batman after being juiced up with Venom, which is like the super soldier serum that makes him what he is.
Yeah.
That pretty much covers Bane, to be honest.
Well, I'm gonna pulverize you.
Just, yeah.
Well, we'll talk about Nightfall in a minute because it's a very controversial Batman storyline.
That one, yeah, I know that only from like the shot of Batman's spine being broken that was also in Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Nightfall.
So Bane comes to Gotham, and over the course of like a number of months, he kind of weakens Batman a little bit and uses like several of his main antagonists against him, culminating in a kind of one-on-one battle where Bane famously breaks the Bat's spine. Is he regenerating? How dare he?
Oh, I only just realised that's his health in the top right. That makes a lot more sense.
I love the Unreal Engine.
I think this is Unreal. It certainly looks like it.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah, it's a bit Shadow Mordor, a bit Devil May Cry.
Get him, Batman!
A bit American McGee's
Yeah.
Alice.
Yeah.
I think that the most like controversial bit after the Nightfall storyline is that there's another character called Jean Paul somebody or other, like who dons the Batmantle as Azrael and kind of becomes like an ultra-violent, not afraid to kill Batman for a bit, and then Batman's got to like rebuild his back and go and take the Batmantle back and defeat Bane and save Gotham like he usually does.
Azrael was in Gotham. It was the mayor. That was the character he was apparently supposed to be.
Yeah, I think
Oh.
Yeah.
he's like a kind of C-list figure in the Batman mythos thereafter, but like his original appearances in Nightfall, where he becomes Batman after Batman has his spine broken.
I'm fine, Jim. Where's Quinn?
This is indeed Unreal Engine 3.
Yeah. It's a little bit like this game kind of devolves Bane into like another muscle-bound guy who just runs at you rather than like he's meant to be a master strategist.
Which you see a bit more in Hardy's version.
Yeah. Although like even then, like, most of Bane's plotting is revealed to be talented.
Yeah.
I will break you, Batman.
He's horrifying in this though.
It's the mask.
Yeah.
This time I break you.
Get him, Batman!
With my car.
Ha!
Jesus.
Bane survives this.
Bane survives everything.
But he's one of the rare Batman foes who can go toe-to-toe with Batman
get back to the
tactically
man.
and
Physically,
and
yeah.
you know, in a fist fight.
I don't like leaving you here.
Radio claims he's planted bombs all over Gotham. Gotham will panic. You're needed there.
We're ready to go now, sir.
Bane called Dr. Young Bruja. What does it mean?
Which?
It's Spanish for witch.
Good knowledge, Sprite. I mean, I remembered that from this game, but not because I speak Spanish.
I assume the sprite also remembered it from this game.
Nope.
Why do you know that then?
There are various things which
Oracle.
reference a Bruja,
Go
which
through the
is
city
like a
computers.
Spanish witch.
Because you
Pull up all
don't
you
speak
can find on
Spanish.
I couldn't have told you what language it was.
I'll go through anything
But
I find.
I mean,
I
as
know
we're,
it means
as we're
witch.
talking about it, the Sprite is quite, in the best possible way, quite witchy.
Yeah,
built it
you
years
spooky
ago.
bitch.
It's best to plan ahead for situations
What are you trying
like
to say?
this.
Just because I have a witch lamp and I'm sat underneath an
You are
animatronic
currently sat
witch?
underneath 2 witches. I'm looking at some pumpkins and stuff. By the way, it's the end of November. These are not Halloween decorations. These are Sprite's regular house decorations.
Yes, I'm
And
worried.
we do live in a bog.
Bane seemed even more powerful than usual. Joker wants the venom, and that can only be trouble.
I'm heading to Dead Man's Point in Arkham North. I'll contact you once I'm in the Batcave.
The Batcave's in Arkham? What?
No, he has like a secondary Batcave in Arkham
Of
for
course.
situations just like this, which actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. There's a good... I can't remember whether it's a comic or like an animated thing or something like that, but I remember reading once about a thing where it's like... It's following the Justice League and like they're being taken out like one by one in like... the perfectly optimal way to kill them that like, neutralizes their powers and stuff like that. And yeah, it turns out that just Batman has a dossier prepared on how to kill all members of the Justice League if it came to it, including himself.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a really famous Batman comic called The Tower of Babel. So,
There you go,
like you say,
yeah.
Batman has like planned for years. Like, if Superman goes rogue, what's he going to do about it? If
Yeah.
Wonder Woman gets out of hand, how does he kill her?
Yeah.
Not kill, but take down.
Yes. Oh, because of course he doesn't kill.
My family's blood ran through the heart of Gotham.
There we go.
We were doctors.
Is that John Hurt? There's someone doing a
It
John Hurt
sounds a lot
voice.
like John Hurt, but it can't be.
Cleaning the arterial filth.
No, it's not, but it's someone going for
Helping
that.
its servants.
It's the voice of like what we later learn is Amadeus Arkham.
Yeah.
Still it is chosen to.
Or I think it's actually like Quincy Sharp's voice, but he believes he is the reincarnation of Amadeus Arkham. Let's get into a fight
Got
with these
spoilers!
guys. It's a very minor point. It doesn't really affect the rest of the game, to be honest. It's just a kind of Easter egg. Right, let's go. Come on. Throw down.
The fight feels a little bit like Warrior Within, but I feel like Warrior Within did it better.
I think
Ooh.
it's something the game does get right. Like, all these impacts feel very visceral.
Yeah, it's real thick.
Skadoosh! Oh yeah, still got it. Can we all just acknowledge I beat Bane in that first try?
Yeah, that was actually pretty good. It looked like it was a bit touch and go for a bit, but...
It creates better tension that way with the viewer. I did it
Oh, yeah,
deliberately.
deliberately, of course, yeah.
It's all for the viewer.
Yeah, I will say, viewership. I used to be so good at this game, and like it depresses me that like I'm nowhere near as good as I was a decade ago when I last played it. But
Bard, you understand that's what aging is, right?
shut up. That happens to other people, never me. Right.
Well, the guy who voices your man,
Asylum.
Sharp and Mr. Arkham, is in a fuck ton of stuff. He was the voice of Admiral Akbar when the original Admiral Akbar died, so it's him in The Last Jedi.
Oh, cool.
He was in a load of shit.
Voice actors, I think, can be very prolific. Just
Oh yeah,
because-
he definitely is.
Oh.
He has a lot of random different voices in the Clone Wars, including the narrator at the beginning of the episode. It's like, terror across the Republic.
Oh, I love that guy.
Yeah, that's him. He's called Tom Kane, and I was just seeing if he's any relation of Bob Kane. Doesn't seem to be. He just is in Batman stuff as well.
Bam! I've got my combat mojo back.
Excellent. Glad to hear it.
Anyway, sorry for your shot. I'm having fun beating up these punks.
That was a snort. It starts.
Oh.
What a sinister laugh, Christ.
That's more sinister than some of the Joker laughter we've
Yeah,
had
you need
so
to
far.
stop.
Can I get through this? Seemingly not.
I'm sorry.
You know what?
He's Woodhouse in Archer?
Oh, he must no longer be with us anymore. Because Woodhouse, the actor, died, didn't he? That's why the character stopped appearing in Archer.
He didn't die, but in 2020 he had a massive stroke which paralysed enough of his face that he can't do voiceover work anymore.
Oh, that's a shame. Oh. That's sad.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah.
You didn't give him the stroke, I assume?
I don't think so.
You didn't give him the stroke. That sounds different.
I'd like to think I'd remember such a thing.
How would one give someone a stroke? Just for academic reasons, obviously.
I would think if you give like an elderly or infirm person like a sudden shock or something, you can give them a stroke, right?
It's more like the heart attack kind of thing.
Okay.
Feed him a load of salt, that'll give him a stroke.
I'm not a doctor, but you know who basically is a doctor?
Don't
cat?
Say Batman.
Batman. We were talking about this here. Batman has 8 master's degrees, which is just an obscene number of master's degrees.
And it's... If I ever came across someone in a work context who had 8 master's degrees, I'd be like, wow, you couldn't settle a proper normal career path, could you?
I suppose, if you're Batman, you never know what you're going to come up against, so...
Yeah, but then you just learn about stuff. Like, you don't need... Like, you don't bother writing dissertations or doing exams or anything like that. You just learn about shit.
Yeah, again, I suppose age becomes important, isn't it? Because, I can see it once his training picked up how he could, learn quicker, and, once you've learned one martial art, you must be better at the other ones, right? But he was starting from scratch.
Yeah.
So, how's he able to...
There are some people who say that you don't learn something until you're tested on it.
Yeah, there is that. That's the whole thing of, why one of the best ways to secure your own expertise of a subject is to teach it to someone else. Because then that suddenly realises when you try to explain something and you're like, oh, I can't really explain how this works. It's teaching is a really good way of rounding out your own education on something.
That's how I do it. Whenever I need to learn something, I'm like, right, I need to write how-to guides, I need to write out and make sure that someone else could learn from what I've done.
Yeah, it kind of forces you to cover all the corners that way.
Yeah.
Right, let's work out exactly where I'm trying to go here. Alright, directly ahead. Cool, that's easy.
Yeah, it's a shame that you have a marker on the map, but you have no mini-map or way of seeing what you've done on the map while you're out here.
It's something that one of the...
You think they could overlay it on detective vision or something?
Yeah, I think that the sequels address it, the getting around... Because you go to the whole city of Gotham in the second one, basically, and it's a lot easier to get around. I guess one of the things that they could improve on. There we go, secrets map.
So, you have given in and taken my map. I hope it proves useful.
Right, here we go. Whatever, bring it.
I like how it does a bit of a shockwave that reverberates out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh!
Oh shit, yo.
Oh,
Ooh!
right in the crotch.
There we go. The combat's just really good.
Yeah, it's quite good to watch.
It's one of these good ones that's easy to master, or simple to understand but difficult to master.
Yeah.
I really love everything about this game, or basically everything about this game.